Okay, so have you seen those pyramid hats?
From Give Me Grace, yeah, they're everywhere.
Like everywhere. And I gotta admit,
I am too.
I'm super curious about the trend.
I think we need to look into this.
What's the deal? Is it fashion? Is it spiritual? Something else entirely?
Need the whole thing.
Yeah. So today, let's do a deep dive.
Oh, yeah.
We've got an interview with the designer.
Cool.
We're going to explore the origins,
Okay.
the meaning,
Okay.
and the slogan, which I don't even, the higher the hat, the closer to God.
Interesting.
What does that even mean? Like, literally, are we talking about height?
Right.
Or is there something more metaphorical going on here?
Well, it's fascinating because the designer actually talks about this feeling of divine inspiration behind the whole thing. Like, they were seeing pyramid hats everywhere, even though they couldn't quite place where, and felt called to create their own version.
Wow.
It's like the idea was planted in their mind.
That is wild. Do you think the designer felt any pressure with that?
Oh, for sure.
Like, acting on divine inspiration.
Yeah, like how do you mess that up, right?
Right. And the interview mentions they were going through a hair transition at the time,
Uh-huh.
constantly wearing hats.
Oh, interesting.
Almost like a premonition,
Whoa.
But it wasn't easy.
Mhm.
They faced a ton of setbacks.
Oh, no.
Got scammed a few times before finding the right team to, bring their vision to life.
Wow, so they really persevered.
They did.
That's really a testament to their commitment to the project.
Definitely.
Reminds me of the pyramids themselves,
Mm,
standing the test of time, all those challenges.
right.
The designer's persistence really speaks volumes about their belief behind this creation.
Yeah.
And then there's the slogan.
Right. The higher the hat, the closer to God. That wasn't just an easy thing either, was it?
No, apparently it was like another flash of inspiration for the designer.
Really? So they just thought of it.
Uh-huh. But when they Googled it, well, it turns out that while Dolly Parton might have made the higher the hair popular,
Huh.
someone else had already trademarked it.
Bummer.
It really makes you think about words and branding.
It does.
The designer is currently working to protect their own trademark, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But it goes beyond just legalities.
Right.
This slogan is layered. It's catchy, sure,
Uh-huh.
but it invites us to explore some pretty profound concepts.
It definitely makes you stop and think. And I mean, height.
Yeah.
Height has always held this powerful symbolism
Oh, yeah.
across cultures and spirituality.
Totally.
Mountains, towers reaching for the heavens.
Oh, yeah.
They all represent striving for something greater than ourselves, right?
Absolutely. There's this, innate human fascination with ascending, both literally and figuratively.
Yeah.
Think about the Tower of Babel on Olympus.
Yeah.
Even the concept of ascension in various spiritual traditions. It's like we're hardwired to associate height with the divine,
Right.
with enlightenment.
And that ties in beautifully with personal growth.
Yes.
Like setting goals, striving for higher ideals.
Exactly.
But then the question becomes, what does closer to God actually mean?
Yeah,
Is it about a literal spiritual connection,
right.
aligning with your purpose? Maybe something else entirely.
Well, I think that's the beauty of the slogan. It allows for multiple interpretations.
Yeah.
Some people, it might be about a traditional religious experience, a feeling of closeness to a higher power. For others, it might be more about living authentically
Right.
in alignment with their values.
Yeah.
It
could even be about embodying specific qualities.
Yeah.
Like grace, kindness, compassion. The interview doesn't give a definitive answer.
Right.
But instead, it encourages the listener to find their own meaning.
Yeah. What resonates with them?
Like, what is your definition of being closer to God?
Exactly.
I like that.
And that's where it gets really interesting because it shifts the focus from a prescribed belief system to a personal exploration. It's not about conforming to a specific dogma,
Right.
but rather